Three grown men, face down on the ground, trembling. Roman soldiers never managed to do this to them. But 3 seconds of silence after a voice, yes. And what happens next changes the meaning of everything they had seen. Between the moment of ultimate glory and the command to be silent, there is a gesture lasting 3 seconds that holds the key to everything. This is the gesture the disciples carried down the mountain. The Gospel of Matthew, chapter 17, records it with surgical precision. Jesus chooses 3, Peter, James, John, only them. He takes them up a high mountain. The text insists on saying high, apart, total isolation. And then it happens. The face of Jesus begins to shine like the sun. His clothes become white, white as pure light. The 3 fishermen from Galilee are witnessing the impossible. The curtain between heaven and earth tears open for a few minutes. Moses appears, Elijah too. The 2 greatest prophets of Israel speaking with Jesus like old friends. The text does not say what they discussed, and that silence is eloquent. Some conversations are too sacred to record. This is where Peter does the most human thing possible. He talks too much. "Lord, it is good for us to be here. I will make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah." Peter is nervous. When we fear silence, we fill it with words. When we touch the sacred, we want to tame it with projects. But there is a layer here we need to see. Abraham, 2,000 years earlier, also heard the impossible. The book of Genesis records it. "Leave your country, your kindred, your father's house. Leave everything. Go to a land I will show you." Abraham was 75 years old, an age when men of that time were already preparing for death. God arrives and says, "Now you begin." No map, no guarantees, not even knowing the name of the promised land. "I will make of you a great nation," a promise to a man without children. The text records Abraham's response in 4 words that weigh tons. "So Abram went as the Lord had told him." That is all. No questions, no conditions. He went. True faith leaves a trace. If this connection between Abraham's silent obedience and the fears you carry reached you somehow, this video fulfilled its purpose. Mark this moment. Peter stands on the mountaintop doing the opposite of Abraham. Abraham departed in silence. Peter wants to build, to fix, to control the moment. 3 tents, as if he could imprison glory in human structures. Where do you build tents? At what point in your life do you try to imprison God in controllable structures because you are afraid to let Him be God? But Peter is still speaking when everything changes. A bright cloud descends. The text says bright, nephele in Greek, the same word used for God's presence in the temple. The Shekinah, the glory dwelling. And from the cloud, the voice. "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him." This is where it happens, right here. The 3 fall with their faces to the ground. The text uses the word Ephobēthēsan, sacred terror. The same fear Isaiah felt when he saw the throne of God. The fear of one who realizes he stands naked before the Absolute. 3 seconds of absolute silence. The disciples prostrate, the glory still hovering. Moses and Elijah still present. And then, the moment that changes everything. Jesus comes near. He touches them. He says, "Rise and have no fear." The touch, 3 seconds in which the hand that sustains the universe touches shoulders trembling with fear. God does not shout from heaven for them to rise. He descends. He touches. The same hand that turned water into wine, that multiplied loaves, that raised the dead, now touches fear itself. When you read this passage, especially if you have read it many times, it is easy to rush past this moment. After all, the Transfiguration is about glory, is it not? The Transfiguration is about the touch. Because when the disciples lift their eyes, Moses is gone. Elijah is gone. The supernatural light is gone. Only Jesus. The text insists, they saw no one but Jesus only. Only Jesus. The two most important words in the gospel. And then, descending the mountain, comes the impossible command. Tell no one the vision until the Son of Man is raised from the dead. Why? Why show the glory and command silence? Why reveal and then hide? Because there are revelations that need time to germinate. Truths that, spoken too soon, become lies. The disciples saw the glory but did not yet understand the cross. They saw the light but would still flee in the darkness of Calvary. The silence protected the revelation, like a seed that needs the darkness of the earth before it can sprout. True faith leaves a trace. This kind of revelation, the kind that transforms sacred fear into unshakable trust, happens here every day. If you want to keep descending mountains with this touch, subscribing is the bridge. Psalm 33 captures it. The Lord's eye is upon those who fear Him. His eye rests upon them. It lingers. Just as Jesus rested His hand on the fallen disciples, to deliver their soul from death. What death? The death of paralyzing fear, the death of wanting to control God with 3 tenths, the death of running away when glory demands too much. There is one final detail that ties everything together. When Jesus says, "Have no fear," He uses Ephobēthēsan, present continuous tense. The touch of Jesus is not for that moment alone. It is for the descent. It is for life down below. It is for when glory becomes memory. Here is the diagnosis. Where do you build tents? At what point in your life do you try to imprison God in controllable structures because you are afraid to let Him be God? More important, when was the last time you stayed silent long enough to feel the touch? The touch. 3 seconds in which the Creator descends to meet your fear. The application is surgical. In the next 24 hours, find 10 minutes of real silence. No phone, no distractions. Sit down, breathe, and instead of speaking like Peter, wait. Wait for the touch. It always comes to those who wait. In the Transfiguration, What mattered was not what the disciples saw, it was what they felt when Jesus touched them. The vision passed, the touch remained forever. True faith leaves a trace. And the deepest trace is not one of supernatural light. It is the hand of God on the shoulder of someone who is afraid. The video appearing now takes you to another moment when God's silence spoke louder than words. The descent is worth continuing.